All right, I am in, guys. It looked like Grim77 popped in at 7:14. I was not available at the time. Started this live and then I had somebody stop by. So this live is for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We hit 2,000 subscribers during the national, blew right through it to around 2,100 now. Greatly appreciative of everybody. So what I'm going to do is do a giveaway. I like to always do a first and a second place. It's going to be where you're going to comment 2,000 in this video. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate it. But when this video ends, go to the comment section and you're going to type in 2,000. You can write anything you want after that. Congrats, I hate you, whatever you want to do. But just make sure you have 20000. Or is that 20,000? We're not to 20,000 yet. So 2 and 3 zeros. And we're going to do a first place and a second place prize. I have an Instagram. You can either look for Michael Hamm or MJH Productions, and you'll see me on Instagram. And you can go there and follow my Instagram as well. You will have to be subscribed. You do have to like this video and the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So write in 2,000. All right. So those are the rules. I'll show you the first place prize. Some of this stuff's going to be the stuff I got at the National that I deliberately got so I could give it away. So I got extras. So good old bumpers. This is first place prize. We'll go first place prize first. A couple of these basketball mat wild card things. I may throw an extra one or two of these in because I have a couple extra as well. So just keep that in mind that if you do win, you may get some extra stuff. These national top loaders for 2024, the Zion mag from eBay or through eBay. This is that little treasure trove thing that made me do. A little magnifying glass here that can come in handy for a lot of us. Let's face it, we get older, we can't see anything. So, and then the Zion case basically will be the final thing for the first place prize. I have mine right here, which I wore most of that video. So I have one that I'll be giving away for the first place person. Thanks, SCA. Second place winner, again, you'll get some packs. You're going to get one of these Ultra Pro card sleeve saver thing that they were introducing at the National, which is a little different. I had some more of these. If I find another set, I'm going to throw them back in the first place winner as well. The new One Touch that Ultra Pro made specifically to show how they can basically logo one touches now for companies and or people individual. Again, some more top loaders, another bumper, and the Slab Mag Mint Green PSA holder as well will go to the second place winner. So we have a first place and a second place winner. You never know, I may do a third place winner. What will happen is when we do the giveaway video, I'll reach out to you within this video stating that you were won. If you can, please reach out to me. Kind of let me know maybe your username, because people do try to fake win things all the time. And we'll just verify that type of stuff. I'll get your address and whatnot, and then I'll go ahead and send you this stuff that you end up winning. If nobody ends up winning, then either I can do another live/giveaway and or we can come up with something else. But that's just the idea of what I'm thinking right now. What's going on, Lou Rock? How you doing, buddy? Well, we got some people here. Let's go ahead and ask, have y'all looked at any of the Fanatics Fest stuff going on? I appreciate it, Mr. Great. Yeah, the Fanatic stuff. I don't know if the Orlando event's going to be the same as what they're doing in New York right now, Lou. I really don't. I think it's be more of a card show. It's not going to have these major companies setting these massive, designs up for people to do. I just don't think that they're going to do that here. They may have a little bit of it. I don't think you're going to have as big of the athletes. I mean, Brady may still be there just because he lives in Florida, so it's easy for him. But it looks fantastic. I got a little bit of FOMO right now, to be honest with you. Kind of like now looking at it, regretting that I didn't go, because this looks more fun than the actual National. Can I get through this quicker? Probably. From a standpoint of enjoying the show, maybe. And having 3 days, you can kind of pick and choose which day you do something. I don't know if you can get all of this in at one time at this show and actually get to experience it in one day. I just think that'd be too much to do. There's a lot of sit and watch. This is a great event to people watch, to watch shows. They're debuting products for these things. There's all these little mini events if you can run and not pull a hamstring, or if you want to try and showcase yourself in front of other people with the wrestling event. There's the hockey thing. They got a basketball thing. They obviously have other athletes and famous people mixed into this as well doing things. So it's exciting from a standpoint of watch and look and see and go ooh and ah. I don't know how much the interaction with the individual people are really going to be during the event, other than some of the people we've seen that are kind of higher profile individuals. I was really surprised seeing Jeff up there with Dana White. I'm getting clips of this from every single direction I can possibly get into at this point. Yeah, again, it's like an all-star weekend fan event. The only difference is all the leagues are there. And so it's just like, wow, you go to the NFL, a Super Bowl or an All-Star game, and you do these, you get a piece of that. This is all of that at one time. So this is the first version of this type of show we've ever seen. I'm curious to if they can do this more than once in a year, or will like New York always be that one big crazy event like this, and then how do they keep one upping it? Obviously, as they get licenses, product's going to become more desirable. Showcasing the new product they have coming out, yes, they're showing some of the nicest cards and not showing a ton of everything else mixed in, but it's showing nice, good stuff. And if you do unlicensed properly, we do know it does work to an extent. But think about it, with CJ Stroud rookies and Wemby, they have to get something out no matter what, because the season's over. You know what I mean? The product's at the end of the lifespan for that past rookie year, and then we're going already into the new season, and they got to have product out for that as well. So this is why they really had to pull that trigger and not wait. Is they needed something for the hobby to either endure, chase after, and or be the flagship for this year for those individual athletes. So it's gonna be really interesting how that really works at the end of the day. Yeah, those exclusive Chrome boxes right now at the show, the baseball ones with the Big Apple, they look cool. I think those cards are going to be very easily to obtain later because they probably printed a fair amount of it, even though it feels limited. I'm curious to really see if there's a truly limited product that they are going to drop at this that really makes you feel like you missed out on. And or on the secondary market, it really never has a hard flat line of value. It's going to be very interesting. Um, Let's see what we got here. We got Joel. Oh, I've never really done the whole thing with the thing. Let's see what we got here. All right, I think I'm going to go through a few of these here as I started reading them. Um, there's a huge card show there. I really liked what they did with also the every card table has the same cases. So it's very uniformed. It looks very clean. It looks very sleek. It looks like there's plenty of room to walk around. You have athletes walking around as well, buying stuff. I don't know if y'all saw Grant Williams hit that Luca RPA out of 10 from they might have been flawless. Big huge card. Big huge. I'm a guy that has a bunch. He plays basketball with Luca. So how you doing? What's up? Yeah, it's a great show. Yeah, they says less than 50, but I watched one group of people earlier today open one box, and they got 6 different of those Big Apple. Now, if the entire set has a Big Apple of 50, what are the 300 cards in Topps Chrome? Maybe let's say 150. All right, you're still looking at a lot of those cards mixed in. I watched Card Collector 2 open a blaster. He didn't get any of the Big Apples in a blaster. So if you start calculating that out, you're talking about possibly hundreds of thousands of boxes. Yeah, 6. Okay, 6 in a box. Okay, but there's not one in a blaster. Shelly, no, this will not be the same show as in Orlando. It's not going to have this type of like Topps isn't probably bringing that glass case where every direction you have reflection, and they're probably not setting up. NBA is not setting up, half court shots, and I don't think the NHL is going to do it. They may have some semblance of this, but not at this level. This is, I think, going to be the crowning event each year for Fanatics. I wouldn't be surprised if it does not move from there, and then they have micro events around the country. We're only going to be able to find out once it happens. The next event after these 3 days is going to be in Pittsburgh, which is going to be at the ballpark. And I was at that ballpark, a month and a half ago. It's not big enough to support what they're trying to do and where they said they were placing it in the stadium. So in that type of a situation, I don't know. Orlando's a very, very big event center. Now, I don't know if you can convince these huge companies to ride this out for, let's say, 12-month period and maybe set all this up, have all that cost, unless they're willing to pay for it to bring them. We don't know what they're doing. Ruben might have, he has deals with everybody. That's why everybody deals with Ruben, because a lot of times he makes it easy for them. He either eats the cost or has some type of sweetheart deal that gets them to bring themselves in and put themselves out there. Would I like to see that come to Orlando? Yes, because I'll be there definitely Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday, because I have a work event literally starting that Monday through Wednesday in basically south of Orlando for a few days, and then back to work Thursday, Friday. So I have a lot going on in that little bit of time. Let's see what he's here. By that math, there's less than 2,500 hobby boxes. Okay, but for a show, 2,500 hobby boxes, that should sell out. I don't think it'll sell out in the first day type deal. Let's see. You have a dealer at 3K. Yeah, the 3K minimum. I have a dealer buddy there too. Again, in New York, you have very big money, and if people are going to come out with big money to an event to see big stars, and you got to understand, if you don't know if you saw the VIP packages that were thousands of dollars, people got money. So if they're going to come and they're going to see Tom Brady and they're going to get some FOMO on Tom Brady cards, and they're not used to getting cards and they want something sweet and big, they're looking 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 100K. Like I said, Grant Williams, how much is that box that he opened up and hit the Luca? That's a $10,000 box maybe? I don't really know, but I know it's expensive. Yeah, I know the octagon looks good, but what are they gonna let you do? You can't hit each other. You get to, I guess, feel the size of it, but you can't. They're not gonna let you fight anybody. The 40-yard dash is cool. I'd probably pull my hamstring at probably about 10 yards. I'd love to do the hockey stuff, the walking out, wrestling thing, slapping everybody's hands. That would be fantastic as well. I'm sure they're going to look at different ways that they can make these events and attractions within the actual event even bigger each year. My biggest thing is I hate standing in line. I royally hate standing in line. Okay. And if I have to stand in line for an hour to get to do something that's going to last me, 37 seconds or so, I don't know if there's enough value there for me for that. I would definitely try to backdoor my way into the place at some point before everybody gets there and try and enjoy some of that stuff before the crowds get in. Again, I didn't see massive crowds in the hallways when people were walking around, but I don't know what time they were walking around because some of the dealers and stuff didn't have people at those tables in that last video. So I'm literally just scouring for Fanatics Fest. And then I'm just going and watching videos. Even people I don't follow, I'm just now following now because I want to see what type of information comes out. I know Ziggy's there. He was front row for the Jeff Wilson thing with Dana White. So there was very good footage there from him, other than him yelling stuff he probably shouldn't yell because he knows Jeff's not going to answer him, and he knows Dana White's not going to answer him, and the other guy talking. So let's see what you got here, Joel. I'd pull something I did. Yeah, exactly. We all would. Just watching people run, I saw that. Yeah, always buy the fast pass. I hope when it comes here that there is some more involvement with specific people from the national. I do think this is massively different, but based on the amount of tables I saw at that card show, I'd be really curious to see how well that compares to the size of a Dallas show, for instance, because it looked like card tables for quite a ways, and then rows of that. And if that section's that big, that's a pretty damn good card show at the same time. Now I believe tickets to get into the thing are like $60 for a day. Obviously the VIP pass was I think $350 for the 3 days if you got that in advance. But yeah, I don't ride, Joe. I get motion sickness. So like when I go to Disney and stuff with my wife and my daughter, I don't don't even stand in line. I just keep walking, or I go people watching and just eat food. Yeah, no, Floridians do not stand in line, Lou Rock. Everybody that comes to Florida stands in line at the Florida events in Florida. The rest of us watch. It's kind of like the mall at this point. I don't think they would set up CT scanners at the Fanatic show. I think a lot of these Fanatics and even the National, I don't think they would promote or allow that in there. Maybe a local show does something crazy like that, but I don't think they'll ever allow it in there. At all. It's not going anywhere, and there's not going to be unless they come up with new product that you can scan. Which, let's face it, we're not concerned about the new product as much as we probably are about older, high valued stuff. that really wrecks basically holding big boxes long term. Because if you scan it, you realize there's nothing in there, and you're, oh, I want to sell this box. I don't know what's in here. You're gonna get stories like that. It's now, who do you trust? And we don't trust anybody. the way it works now. Oh yeah, Card Vibe. You're gonna have a That's gonna be a decent show. It's a very big show actually. It's probably gonna be the biggest show in the state when Fanatics comes here. I'm used to a show pretty much every week. We have the smallest show this weekend here in the Seminole area, and then after that, we're following up with our normal shows towards the end of the month with the Tampa show, and then St. Pete show at the beginning of the month, and then next month Clearwater show kicks up again. So back to 4 shows a month, sometimes 2 riding over the others. Again, they can't usually help that. It's when those hotels have stuff available. Yeah, Jeff's it's a tough direction to go with defending or not defending it. It is what it is. We live in a technological time. You can easily go and do this type of stuff. What's funny is, like, I've thought about this a long time ago. Okay, it's like every time we're notified, and then the group of us, the hobby, gets notified enough to understand, believe, or see it. It's been going on for years. Same thing with card trimming. It's been going on forever. It's just one of those things you accept. At some point, you just have to live. You have to live with it. You know. Uh, yeah. Breakers are running product value, because one of the things that Jeff can't ask Ruben, because he wouldn't have been on that stage, for instance, is the simple fact that when they were talking about how this hobby controls the price, and they dictate what this price is. And we know darn well that the breakers have to have product in order to keep customers. So they're going to buy cases and cases and cases as much as they can. Where the regular ones of us, at the most part, we want a box or 2, maybe 3, rarely ever a case for a regular person. But since there's more businesses that need that product to stay afloat, the little person gets beat up. We get beat up to the point that we are forced into a lot of breaks now, and or overpaying for product. Even in breaks, sometimes you overpay. But if you watch what people are willing to pay, even like on an eBay auction for a spot or a team or a player, then you start to get a better grasp on true value at that time, at least. My thing is I always like to go back and maybe start getting more into a product that was hot for a month or 2, and then kind of dissipate it. But then nobody has that product to open, because it goes into a holding pattern for breakers to open up 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years later. That's what they do. And that's why all of a sudden you'll go Joe Burrow, Herbert, Tua hunting, is because they've had that case. They didn't go buy it. They've already had it. They bought it at that lower price. It's either gone up, down, or fluctuated, and now they're moving it again because of what's hot at that time and how they can make more money. It's a money game. No, I'm not able to go to the Culture Collision next month. I think the next big show I'm going to go to, Shelly, is definitely going to be the Orlando show, unless something happens. But yeah, right now I'm going to definitely look at going to the Orlando show. Yeah, yeah, definitely getting priced out of the hobby, Brandon. It's just even myself going to Target right now. What I see yesterday, Bowman U boxes. I don't even know if it was basketball or football, but Bowman U boxes were marked down to $13 at Target. I'll buy those for $13 all day, because you know that some random player comes out of nowhere with an autograph that, or a refractor, and you do have a decent money. But for $13, that's a stupid fat pack. Doesn't it costs more than that for Prism? And you can see through the pack on that. So you already know what you're getting. If you buy that pack, you don't have to open it to look at anything in it. So those are the things that drive me nuts. So why do you make a pack that you can see through? Just don't do it. You know what I mean? You can see through it through a CT scanner, but it's even worse when you can blindly see through it just with your eyeballs. Like, or look through the side of the pack and notice a thicker card and be able to hit a kaboom or something, or notice that it's upside down in the pack, just like my Bobby Witt. Because of those packs and how many I've opened, you're able to tell that there's a bounce to the pack because of the bow in the card for the autograph, because it's upside down in the pack. So it creates a different friction. Now, of course, you got to open a box to get to that pack, but the whole point is, that's why you don't buy packs usually. And if you do, it's a hot pack. And those hot packs were usually searched to a point that they know whether it was a good card or a bad card to pull, especially at that time, especially way back in the day when Topps had hologram stickers. But You know, we'll see. I'm really enjoying all this content coming out about Fanatics Fest. I may jump on one of the shows here in a little while as well. I know Carlos goes live at 8 for I Am Carlos, or Because I Am Carlos. And then we have Sports Card Radio, who is at the event, I believe, starting today. They're going live at 8:30. So I'd really be curious to what their synopsis of this show really is, because let's face it, they're supposed to be critical and crucial individuals. I'm assuming they're probably going to like it. They're going to find some way to pick on it because that's just what they do. But at the end of the day, I feel like they're going to kind of enjoy this a little bit. And I'm really curious to what they're going to say as well. So I'm going to have like some crosshairs going on. Plus, I need to see what's going on through Neo. I know he's there, Rob, and get a gauge on his feelings about it as well. But okay, guys, again, thank you again for 2,000 subscribers. Let's get to 3,000, 4,000, whatever it may be. I just want everybody to have a good time. Hey, how you doing, Orlando? Orlando, when Fanatics Fest comes to Orlando, are you going to go to that event? Again, guys, for this video, like, subscribe, comment, 2,000 numbers, 2000 in this video. Once this is over in the comment section, and in about a week from now, I'll go ahead and pull that. I'll post a video for an upcoming stream during the week, and we'll go live and do that random for that giveaway. Yeah, okay, you're gone. So, Orlando, with you watching some of the Fanatics Fest stuff right now, do you feel like you're missing out? Because I feel like I'm missing out on an event that's very, very fun. Thank you, Orlando. And we got to get you set up for that as well. But I just feel like I'm missing out right now. I'm watching. I mean, the guy that I work with is going. He doesn't even collect cards. So he flew up today. And it's just like I should just flew up with him and just stayed with him. He's like, I'm in a 10-minute walk from it. And what's funny is he got his ticket. He booked his hotel a day and a half ago. So like people are like, oh, you're not gonna be able to get a hotel. Well, you can get a hotel. Is it cheap? No, there's nothing in New York that's cheap. And he's walking to it. And he's like, it's a 10-minute walk from the Javits Center. So I'm like, that doesn't seem crazy. And he told me how much he paid for the room and everything. Like, and flights are cheap from Florida, especially. It's like, for an event like this, first time, and really getting to feel the energy and see it, that doesn't seem like a reach. It's definitely cheaper than the National for certain instances, because you don't stay for a whole week either. The National, I'm there from Tuesday to Sunday because I really want to encompass the entire show. This is just a 3-day event. And probably for room and board, it might break out to that closer based on where you're staying, but it just seems like I feel like I'm missing out because I like that type of stuff. This seems more fun than the National from a just an individual spectator version of enjoying all the sports that the hobbies that cards draw me to at the end of the day. And again, I know a lot of the guys that are already set up there. I know the dealers that are set up there, and I would be able to be comfortable there as well, because I always like going to those places, because if I need to chill for a minute, I can step behind a table with somebody. It's not a big deal. I can hang out. I can drop something off, come back and get it before I leave. That's very leisurely, and I'm very lucky to have those friends that are willing to let me do that. But it is a lot of fun. All right, what do we got here real quick? Yeah, for vintage. Well, what if they had like a whole vintage section where you could like actually hold the Babe Ruth bat and get some vintage gloves on and stuff? How you doing, Sam? Yeah, yeah. With the prices, if it's not accessible to you as well, yeah, I get it. I'd love to go to Burbank at some point too, but to get to California, and if I'm traveling there, I better be there for a whole week, and I'm going to be doing stuff more than just that. Yep. Gloves. Yeah, it was $60 a day unless you got a VIP pass, which I believe was $350. That came with a bag of goodies as well. We don't know what that is, so I'm hoping. I know Neo does have a VIP pass. I think Ziggy got one too, so hopefully they're going to do a little bit of an update on, what's in that bag. What gloves do I have? All the gloves I have are just basic stuff. I don't have anything great. The only gloves I have that I like a lot are a pair of football gloves from a guy that used to play here. But baseball gloves, I don't have a whole lot of really. It's other than stuff I would use. Oh no, it's going to be way more of a card show, Orlando. They've already said that the Orlando show is going to be a card show. I don't think what we're seeing in New York right now is transferring to Orlando. I don't think it's going to be the same. Every show, I don't think is going to be the same. I think the majority of them are going to be card shows with a mix of entertainment. Where this one in New York is entertainment first, because we've never had a show that debuts and has MLB, NBA, NHL, UFC, soccer. Like they have everything there. All the main companies are there. WWE is there. You know what I mean? It's just like you're getting a one-on-one with the top companies, um, not just slab mags or Zion cases. They're not even there. So in those instances, it's a completely different experience. Well, Ziggy thinks he's gotten better on everything. He's got enough stuff to deal with. Don't worry about Ziggy. He was yelling stuff at the thing too that I would have bumped him in the shoulder and said, "Stop doing that." The Orlando shows the very first couple days of November. I think it's November 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know that, but it's literally that November starts on a weekend. Basically, it is that weekend in Orlando. Lou Rock's back here. Where'd you go, Lou Rock? You're not supposed to leave. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm from what I've seen right now, it looks like a lot of fun. I like people watching too. I love people watching, and this looks like a great people watching event because you get to watch people make a fool out of themselves for fun, which I like to make a fool out of myself for fun as well. And I think this is a great event to have the kids at. Even though I think the kids are given too much stuff all the time. That's my opinion. Yeah, it's nice to be close to that. We're all everybody in Florida is happy for the Orlando event. Yeah, well, no, I understand that. I understand. Well, just where you take the phone with you, Lou Rock, and you put it in your pocket while you listen to the sound, and then you just pop back open, and you're ready to roll again. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to jump off here. Again, this is the video to enter the giveaway for the 2,000 subscribers, or that we surpassed through the national, and I greatly appreciate it. National videos are some of my biggest videos I do every year. I try to bring as much content to everybody as possible, get y'all a feel of the cards at the show and what I'm seeing, and then a little bit of goofy, silly stuff in between to try and break some stuff up. But try and keep my content very familiar with the people that like to watch it and enjoy it and are looking at things. I do look at my channel as a time capsule as well. You can go back and look at old videos, compare pricing, see different things that you maybe you've only seen once, uh, and get a gauge on where the hobby's gone, forward and backwards. It's just, I find it interesting to look at old videos all the time and be like, dang, that's what was going on at that point. I don't remember that. And it's funny at the same time. So, yeah, again, in Orlando, I don't know how I missed you at the National. I mean, I had to be within a vicinity of you at some point at the show. I just somehow never got to it as well. But anytime anybody sees me or any of us that you see on YouTube at a show, always stop and say hi, guys. We do love everybody and the involvement that y'all enjoy our channels and what we bring to it, and the support. It's really what it's about too. Thank you, Shelly. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Well, the Bay Area shows, I'll be at that one on Saturday because Dexter Jackson for the Buccaneers will be signing autographs. So I want to. I already have his autograph on, but it's a pack pulled Super Bowl card. But I want him to sign something else that I have as well. So I'm going to be there for that for sure on that Saturday. It's hard for me to make the Friday shows, and a lot of times the Friday shows are so hit or miss with people, and then it's usually just the dealers trading and selling with each other. Yeah, I know. Steve told me. What's funny is that I mean, I know you and Ryan were rolling together, and I didn't see Ryan at all either. So, but it was just really odd. I didn't run into either one of y'all during that show. But that won't happen again moving forward, I promise. Because I kind of wanted to walk with you for a little bit and learn some more about vintage. Yeah, Fridays are tough everywhere. And then football season's kicking off, and so any of these Saturday, Sunday shows, Sunday's gonna be just ghost town. I keep telling them at the Sunday show, how do you not have TVs? Just set up a TV with a little fire stick or something and play the game. I mean, that way you can be there and you're not really missing what's going on other than until your team's playing. I've always tried to figure out why I don't bring a little extra entertainment, at least for those people that are sitting there. Yeah, Lou, are you going to the Bucks games? I have season tickets, so I'm at every game. Unless I decide to like sell a game here or there just to make a little bit of cheddar back because it is expensive. But yeah, I'm at every single Bucks game. So if you're at a Bucks game, you need to let me know. I'm always there early. I got a buddy that we tailgate with, and it's through his company, and he's always allows us to bring people over, and it's free food and drinks. Up to 2 hours before the game, we just hang out and shoot the shit and meet some new people, all business type people, but they all love sports, so it's really fun and easy people to get along with. Oh yeah, we can rip some cards. You just let me know. I'll bring some cards. We'll rip some classic 1989 tops. All right, you just let me know if you're coming down to a few games. You got my number, just hit me up. But all right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Go watch some more Fanatics Fest stuff, and then see if I want to jump on any of these other shows a little bit later and rile some people up. But also, I don't know if y'all know, I'm now on Off Centered with Dustin, Neo, and Steve every other Wednesday. Ziggy and I may continue our card hunter stuff. He's got the Queen of Cards on Fanatics live now that he's working with the ladies, bringing the collectible space a little bit more entertainment upon the rip, if you want to put it that way. So he's been hyper focused on that. And hopefully we'll bring that too, because I do enjoy that dynamic of me and Ziggy going back and forth about things too as well. But all right, guys, y'all take care. Subscribe, like, and make sure you write 2000 in this video, and we'll do a giveaway here in a few days. All right, guys, take care.